Welcome back to my latest straight pool breakout review. Tim here to break it all down for you. Smash the like button and sub to the channel if you have not already. You gotta do that. I mean, that's how you take your game to the next level, by subbing to the channel. And, not just to support me, but like support everyone else that it helps the YouTube algorithm find in order to bring them information and hype up the sport as a whole and, help as many people as possible to also get excited about the game. I got the grippers out today, you'll notice. Sorry about that. I just, sometimes I just gotta be free to let my toes get oxygen to them, I guess. So here, yeah, I'm probably just going to cut in this 13 ball. I'm just concerned because I don't really want it to run into the 12 ball down there, or the 15 maybe it is. And I also don't want to scratch, so I'm pondering this. I'm thinking about drawing it, but then it feels like it's going to scratch if I do that, so like whatever, I'll just hit it straight, middle ball, and see what happens. Gotta take the good with the bad. Made some nice shots in this rack. Still falling short of my 100 ball run. Let's see, so yeah, that 15 ball full on in the face and traps me way down here. So I have a few different options: 3 ball, 6 ball, or 12 ball. I go with the 12 because if I make this, there's a big payoff of breaking up the middle. So I'm just gonna use a little top spin on this. Go into the cluster. Nice shot there. Really nice shot. Happy with that. And let's see, what do I have to follow it up with? Oh, one ball. One ball, obviously. So here, speed, is important. It's going to carom off the 5 and then set up for the 8 ball up here. So you just want to use a little bit more speed than you would if it wasn't going to go into the 5, but not a lot more, so that it goes someplace weird, like scratching the corner or something. But, just kind of float it up here for the 8. Now I'm trying to actually go into the 2-9. Back those up, but totally missed it. Sometimes I just can't explain, like, how the cue ball decides what it's going to do. Now I'm looking at the 2-9 combo, because I'm going to have to deal with that at some point. I'm going to have to potentially do something about that. But I don't think now is the time or place for that type of behavior. So I'm just gonna hit the 4 in and a little top spin. Not too hard. I don't want it all the way down on the back rail again. And maybe I can even go into those two. Almost. So those shots that I took at the 2-9 are not wet, like on book. Let's see. But now it's actually lined up a little nicer. Just trying to measure it. I think it needs a tiny bit of cut. I don't know how you measure the amount of cut. Usually I use a measuring system that includes tiny and then teensy amount, and then a a decent amount of cut. There's a little more. And then, there's a moderate amount of cut. So these are all like tools of measurement that I use that are very technical and precise and scientific. And that one was, I think, a tiny amount of cut. Here, I thought, follow it in between the two balls are on the edge. But then I'm like, no, it's actually too much angle. It's going to just like go way down by the 11 ball down there. And I'd probably still have a shot on the 3, but not a real good one. And then you deal with the whole follow to like the angle, and then where's it going to end up? I'm going to have to end up trying to set it up for the 6 probably, and then I also have to deal with the fact that the 2 is still sitting up there just chilling. So I thought, you know what, here I can, this is actually a better idea, hit the 7 in and then set it up for the 2 with the perfect angle to come down table and get over on that edge. Even if I hit the 2 in and go down, even if it hits the 3, that's not necessarily the worst thing. I almost missed that, man. So that was wasn't exactly what I was expecting, I guess. I don't know. I was actually thinking I was going to have the opposite angle on the 2 ball here. So yeah, if it hits the 3 on this, I'll probably still have a shot on, I'll probably end up having a shot on the 11. If not, I'm totally blocked, I'll probably still have a shot on the 6. So, yeah, just barely. Almost knocked my break ball. Almost went into my break ball. But that ended up perfect. I threaded the needle. I wasn't even trying to thread the needle. Now I'm sitting pretty. 3 balls straight in. Draw it back a little bit for the 11, and then have a little bit of an angle on it to come out for the 6. 6 being my key ball, 5 being my break ball. So it's all coming to fruition. I don't have quite as much angle as I would have liked. It's a really nice key ball there, 6. God, if I could line it up perfectly. What would be ideal is actually probably lining it up for the side pocket. I don't think it's possible in this situation. But then you wouldn't have to be so perfect as far as the angle. Maybe you would, I don't know. If I could get it to go right there, that'd be good. But yeah, it's nice if you line it up for the side and you just kind of go into the side rail and bounce it back out for the break. But here is such a tiny angle. I actually have to hit it kind of hard. I don't want to draw it too much. Just kind of want to come straight over. So I hit it pretty hard. Yeah, I hit that pretty hard, and actually, see what a difference it would have made if I would have been a millimeter over to the right as far as where I hit my object ball in that, how far it would have traveled on me. So it's risky to hit it super hard because it could I could mishit it just slightly and then it go all the way over to the rail on the right from our perspective, all the way to the right side, and then I'm totally screwed. Here it's I have a pretty nice shot, and this one I didn't really understand. I used about as much draw as I could, but it just didn't draw. Maybe I was worried about scratching. I didn't. I mean, you can see it kind of drew, but then it bounced weird off the rail and went the wrong way. So I'm scratching my head over that. But this could actually potentially work. If I have a little bit of an angle, maybe this will work anyway and then go into the rack. But as far as that shot, yeah, it's so hard because it wasn't really an easy shot in the first place. And then to be like, okay, I got to think about the spin I'm using to go off the rail and come to where I want it to be. Plus it went, look at how far it went. Like, it would have came all the way across. Which I was kind of thinking about that too, that it would probably travel so far that even if it was on the bottom side of the 5-ball, it'd be like all the way over on the rail like it is, and then I wouldn't have a shot. So I haven't exactly gotten to the point where I'm great at setting up my break ball. It's like none of my, I'm either straight in or I have no shot, or I'm like on the other side of the rack and blocked. But here this is almost straight in, but I got a little tiny bit of angle. There, I made that. Nice shot. Nipped the front of the rack there. Broke it off a little bit. So that's cool, right? So that's what we want. And then, yeah, the option here is to set it up for the 2-ball or to just follow it into the rack. And I decided to try to follow it. I actually missed the shot. I mean, how do I not cut this enough? That's so weird. Like, hit it right into the rail. Can't believe this. Yeah, but I mean, as it stands, I wouldn't have had a shot anyway, it looks like. But still,